are here today on the state capitol steps, bringing public awareness to two extraordinary events. February the 7th, 2013 was the emancipation, or shall I say the ratification of the state of Mississippi no longer being a slave state. But many of you that is listening and others that are watching live by Facebook don't even know that this event has occurred. But today on the state capitol steps, we are launching one of many public awareness campaigns that we as a people need to understand where we stand in this state. House Concurrent Resolution number 52. This resolution was designed to bring attention to, after 148 years, we have finally ratified the state of Mississippi. We are now celebrating 5 years today of the freedom of this state. And we are here with the man that was instrumental, the man himself, that has allowed us to hold House Concurrent Resolution in our hands. Representative Fore. This resolution was made possible because the director of the Fannie Lou Hamer Civil Rights Museum came and made a request to Representative Rufus Strawder to have this day stamped in history by a resolution. We said our ancestors deserved it, and we the people demanded it of Mississippi. And because of that, this resolution states that we are to commemorate and celebrate this day from 2013 forward. And ladies and gentlemen, and all those of you that are out there that are listening, we want you to recognize this. Not as your 4th of July, not as your Juneteenth, but for the state of Mississippi. Our ratification is February the 7th. So join with us as we solicit the support of our citizens and residents of the state of Mississippi. We have many days that we celebrate. But what about the day that slavery was ratified in the state? How many of you know about it? How many of you understand the significance when people of all races, ethnicities, and religion join hands together in a state that has gotten a bad rap? That we are saying no longer will we allow and sit back and be quiet, because we are proud Mississippians. We have walked the walk of many suffering. But now we say no more. For we will stand unified as the Mississippi Freedom Day. And Dr. Karinga, we hope that you by Facebook are watching us live. We have adopted the 7 principles of Kwanzaa as part of our celebration. And those will be read off by a 13-year-old gentleman that took part in this celebration today to say, yes, let's make public awareness. After 148 years, Mississippi finally ratified slavery. We are a proud people. And we want at this time our Representative Rufus Strawder to speak to the significance and the pride that the Fannie Lou Hamer Civil Rights Museum in Belzona, Mississippi has, that legislation and legislators do work for their constituents. Representative Rufus Strawder.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. It's a task that took some time to get done. You know, if we go back in history, there are a lot of important events that most of us are very proud of. There was a lady by the name of Harriet Tubman. I'm sure you all know her. Not only her, but Fannie Lou Hamer. One that all of us are familiar with. Who put her life in danger for us to stand here today. And we can make folks recognize who we are. We are somebody.
Yes.
Irrespective of how we may be treated, we
Or
are
somebody. Yes.
Now,
Absolutely.
what this thing shows is that stuff don't happen overnight. Important and powerful events don't happen overnight.
Yes.
It takes time.
Yes. It takes time.
Because if they happen quickly, they can be torn down quickly.
Yes.
But if we go through the process of bringing on board people who may have not in the beginning understood what we were talking about, once you get those people on board, then it makes you a stronger organization.
Yes.
And I want to give this lady here a whole lot of credit for what we are doing here today.
Yes.
She has a museum in Belzoni, Mississippi. And I'm talking to the chairman of Ways and Means and Appropriation because I want her building to be a little bit more stable than what it is.
Thank you. Yes.
Because she's got some important artifacts in that building.
Yes.
So we don't want the wind to come by and blow it all away.
That's right.
That would be if we did nothing. I want to try and take care of what she has done.
Yes, yes.
So let me just say to you, I worked hard to get this done. We had tried 4 years prior to that, this happening. And someone else was working on it, but it never got done. So I pushed the leadership in the House to get this done. So this is why we stand here today. Because of what the Speaker of the House helped me to get done.
Yes.
So we thank all of you that are here today for coming. It might not seem like much, but you know, powerful things come in small packages.
Yes.
You know that. Small things come in, big things come in small packages. So this is a small package, but it's going to create something that will grow wider and bigger as time goes forward. So we thank all of you for coming out here today.
And we thank you, Representative Rufus Strawder, for working for the people, with the people. Thank you for being about the people.
Thank you. Thank you.
So I was in a meeting with our Mississippi Legislative Black Caucus, and I've got to go back to that meeting because we're trying to get some business done, but all our business is toward the kind of things that we're doing here right now.
Thank you. Thank you.
Excuse you, Representative Strawder. Thank you so much for everything that
Thank
you've
you all
done.
for all that you do.
Thank you. All right. At this time, we're going to excuse Representative Strawder as he go back and do what the legislators do. They legislate for their constituents. But we are here today because on April the 12th, 1861, the first shot was fired. When that shot was fired, it sparked hope in my ancestors that yes, freedom would come. And 2 days later, because of hesitation, the fort on April the 14th was overtaken. But those proud African men and women who would not quit, those who believed that freedom would come, kept on believing that freedom one day would come. That war lasted longer than anyone anticipated. There was much blood shedded on American soil, and many of them were my people's blood. They fought the fight of faith, and they fought the fight for freedom. And in December of 1865, it was finally ratified, no longer by a proclamation, because our president was afraid that once the war was over, it would be overturned. But he fought so hard that this would become the 13th Amendment, which would abolish slavery. But for this state, we had to wait 148 years before our children could be born in a free state, a ratified, technically free state, the state of Mississippi. I stand on the shoulders of many greats. I walk the path of many great men and women. But today I stand here proudly saying, we can't wait any longer, but we will unite together. And brother, that in 1966 went down deep into himself, connected spiritually for guidance, and adopted the 7 principles that we call Kwanzaa. I want to let you know, as I spoke to you on yesterday, brother, we are on the state capitol in Jackson, Mississippi. And we have officially this day, the Mississippi Freedom Day Society have adopted your 7 principles along with some of our own. And we will walk that walk and talk that talk. And today, as we celebrate the launching of one of the greatest job creation campaigns in history, pivotal steps. We can't wait any longer. We must do it now. When? Now. And who is going to be you and I? We are launching a massive campaign. Who's launching this campaign? The president of the POP movement, Prosperity Over Poverty. The woman that God has given the blueprint to turn this thing around. We no longer have to be bound and beggars looking for a handout. Ethel Kane Russell, the president of the POP movement, said, we will give you a handout. Mississippi is ground zero. This is a soft launching campaign to create 1 million jobs and 200,000 nationwide entrepreneurs. Oh, Fannie Lou Hamer said, I'm going to say, today we can't wait any longer. But she said, we are not going to worry about what Sal and Paul can do for us, but what can we do for ourselves? So now as a people we will unify. Now as a people we'll stand together. We will eradicate poverty in America. We won't do it by getting a handout or food stamps. But we're going to go back to the land. We're going to go back to the ground. We're going to plant our own food. We're going to grow our own meat. Just like Freedom Farm Garden, Fannie Lou Hamer grew the food from the ground. Not only did she grow the food from the ground, but she took the meat, the pigs, she fed them. She know what they was eating. And if you don't like pork, that's all right too. But they had a few cows, I heard too. So now we can't wait any longer. We don't want a handout. It doesn't matter who's in position, as long as we know our condition and we are ready to fight against poverty in our own neighborhood. This woman, Ethel Kane Russell, the POP movement is looking for you, and you. We're looking for partners that says we don't want a handout. Just give us a hand up and get out of the way. We'll do it for ourselves. We know we was healthier when we raised our own cattle. We were healthier when we planted our own garden. The conditions have made us lazy, but we can't wait any longer. Prosperity over poverty is why we are here today. On the 7th of February, which is the day that Mississippi eradicates slavery after 148 years. No, we won't wait 148 years. All is now season. And folks, we're going to be about the business of taking care of our own children. I want to share something with you before I introduce the president. Where I come from, I am the fruit from the root of the motherland of Africa. My mamas and daddies are all bound by the Nile River. They cultivated and planted their own crops. They didn't know nothing about food stamps then. But then the wisdom of the God I serve gave my ancestors the wisdom to take care of themselves. I say today, we're going to become liberated and we're going to take care of ourselves. We're going to get rid of this handout mentality. We're going to control our own wealth. We're going to shop at our stores along with all the rest of them. Oh, we're going to get rid of the mentality that I got mine and you get yours. Because where we come from, on the slave ship of Africa, we did not learn humanity when they brought us to America. But I stopped by to tell you, humanity came on board the slave ship because in the village where my mama's mama came from, when somebody died and there was no more family, you reached down and grabbed that child and made him your own. And when we got to America and the babes got snatched away, wherever plantation he ended up being somebody's child. Oh, we are our brother's keeper. And I stopped by to tell you, we will become that in which we were. It wasn't broke, but the power of darkness wanted us to think he had to fix it. We're going to take back what the power of darkness has stolen. And we're going to claim our double fold. So stand with me, the founder of Mississippi Freedom Day Society, that made this request that we can't wait any longer. House Concurrent Resolution number 52 says we're going to unite black, white, all religions as one brother. Fannie Lou Hamer said
that in Acts it states that with one blood God created us all. Yeah. So if we be that, and I read somewhere that black is the only color that don't need another color to become what it is. An Ethiopian black woman can have a white baby, but a white woman can't have an Ethiopian black baby. What are you saying? When God scooped down in the ground and he picked up man, he picked up a dark-skinned man. And if it's a lie, the Bible told it, and the Bible can't lie. Because the God I serve, he can't lie. And if you believe in the truth, you can't deny. It said he was a bronze of color and his hair was like sheepwood. Oh, that was my daddy's daddy. But guess what? There was no racial prejudice, but nothing but love. Because when he created us, he reached down and got all of my ancestors. They were European, Indian, Japanese, and Chinese. That's why African people love all people. But some people have trouble loving us. But we're going to keep on loving them anyhow. And we're going to keep on holding on to the great creator, unchanging hand. We are launching one of the greatest job creation campaigns in America, but it's going to be launched door to door, house to house, entrepreneur after entrepreneur. Because we are saying if we took care of ourselves before they got a food stamp program, if we were the ones that in Africa went to the woods, and got some herbs and doctored on our children, we'll go back to medicine. And if we ain't got no Medicaid, that's going to be all right. Because the last time I heard the God I serve is a healer, will somebody tell me that I'm wrong? So we will learn. The devil don't like to hear the truth, but that's all right. I read somewhere that he was a liar and take a dose of his own medicine. If it's making him sick, it's all right with me. But today I stand on the foundation of the truth. And if you prove the truth, if you knock it down to the ground, somewhere I heard that he said in 3 days it'll rise again. So one thing about this job creation campaign, we're going to bring ourselves up by our bootstraps out of poverty. We're going to do what they say can't be done. Oh, you don't worry about giving me the hand out now, but just give me a hand up. If I don't have the tractor, then just lend me one until my garden come in and I'm able to pay. I don't want you to give me nothing. I don't even want a loan. I just want to temporarily use that tractor until I can pay you for it. We got a plan, y'all. And the plan is together we stand, divided we fall. And when your sister on the corner store get a business, prosperity over poverty. You go down there to the corner store. Shop everywhere you want to shop, and make sure you stop by your sister's store first. Come on now. And don't let the devil look at her through you and say, I don't want to help her because she thinks she's so much. Yes, she is. She just as much as the other folks from the other countries that you don't even know. And she deserves a Cadillac too. All right. Let's get rid of that dark implantation, infestation that's been planted and imposed on our people. Because I stand before you today humbly as the founder of the Fannie Lou Hamer Civil Rights Museum in Belzoni, Mississippi. As the woman that requested from, as you have heard, Representative Rufus Strawley, let not this important event in our history, because our ancestors deserved their day. My young grandson deserved to know what day Mississippi ratified slavery. For we stand to prove the truth. We stand on that on today. And let you, those of you out there, help us celebrate Mississippi ratification, Freedom Day. Don't be afraid. Set an example for your sons and daughters. Step out on faith. Stop throwing a brick and hiding your hand, Black America. Let's stand together as a united people. At this time, I have the 7 principles that 13-year-old Jaheim Wilder asked me in 2013, grandmother, what are we going to do? This young 13-year-old man said, grandmother, what day do we celebrate? You've been celebrating Juneteenth all this time. It's still a good day, but it's not Mississippi Day. We took 148 years to have a 5-year celebration today. He's going to read off to you the principles by which this organization, Mississippi Freedom Day Society, partnershiping with the POP movement for 1 million job creation nationwide campaign. These are the principles. Stand forward, young man, who had dared to ask me the question, Grandmama, what day do we celebrate? Now he will tell you the principles that on this day, February the 7th, 2018, on the steps of the state capitol, these are the principles that we, thank you, Dr. Malana Karinga, that's all right, brother, you know me. We will exercise these principles in our everyday life. These are the principles that we have adopted. And please believe me, that pop movement is the head of the line.
First of all, I'm proud and honored to be here with great esteemed people.
Yes.
And as my grandma said, we as a people, we as a country need to unify. And that is the first principle. Umoja, unity. Kujichagulia, self-determination. Ujima, collective work and responsibility. Ujama, collective economics. Nia, purpose. Kumba, creativity. Amani, faith. All those principles have in common a people that have created those principles to get far in life. We were put down on a country, a country that didn't know us, but they took us from a place where we were. And as we stand here on the Capitol, we stand on their honor. We stand on their shoulders. Their blood runs through America. Woo! Because they fought the Civil War.
Yes.
They fought the struggle to be, as Nina Simone said, talented, gifted, and black.
Yes.
We have fought a long time, and struggle comes everywhere with every person.
Yes.
We are not the only ones who struggle, but our struggle was hard.
Yes.
We had to go through pain, beating, lynching.
Yes.
We're still going through that.
Yes.
Slavery was supposedly abolished in 1865, but it's still going on. We have mental slavery. When we take the chains off our brains instead of our feet, we will get somewhere. We will succeed. As the first principle said, unity. If we unify, we will get lots of places. Because now, I'm not meaning any offense, but we are ignorant to our history. Today is February the 7th, Mississippi Freedom Day, the launching of the Pop Movement campaign, but it's also the 7th day of Black History Month. You can ask somebody what Black history is. They'll tell you it's slavery. I was not a slave. I was born in a slave state. And that has not changed. You see these people that hate me, they don't even know me. They hate me because of my color of skin. Well, I ask you, if I was Asian, would you still hate me? I was born underwater, but I died 1,000 deaths on land. I didn't die personally, but those were my ancestors. I am the warrior and his wife, but I have yet to fight a battle. I am the father and the mother, but I have yet to have children. I am the daughter and the son, but I have yet to be born. I am the sun and the moon, but I have yet to be created. I can give you everything. I can give you the world. You would want the universe. I could give you my heart. You would want my liver too. I could give you my soul, but you would want every human mankind. I could give you what I think is history, but you'll want a whole book. I could give you what I know, but you'll want what a professor knows. I can stand where you stand, but you would want me to get behind you. Thank you.
These are the product of young men and women who have been exposed to their history, their culture, and their parents were not afraid to stand and tell the truth. That's my grandson, y'all. So now we're going to turn over this massive job creation campaign to the president, the woman, the next activist. the woman who will stand proudly and loudly and say, yes, we can.
Yes.
We can't wait any longer.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the POP movement, prosperity over poverty. Let me say that again. Prosperity over poverty. Job creator, chosen woman of God, Miss Ethel Kane Russell.
Yeah!
Thank you. I'm just so excited to be here today. We are the continuation of a legacy of hope. Our ancestors shed tears, blood, and died so that we can have abundance. And we realize now, after 100 and some years, after so many years, that we have the tools, the techniques, and the resources to get rid of poverty. But we still don't have the will. We are looking for individuals that have the will to get rid of poverty. Because everything else, we got it. We are located in the lower Delta, down in the thickest area of poverty in the state of Mississippi, Bolivar County. We started off in Mount Bayou, Mississippi. We did a 2-year test to see would this concept work, to see do people really want change. And people, it works. That's why we're standing here today, to tell Mississippians and tell the world that we will not wait any longer. Coming from the book Martin Luther King written in 1963, Why We Can't Wait. He's seen if we continue to wait, what we'll be experiencing today. Poverty, no job, no love, all these things, crime, mass incarceration. And there's no really solution prior to now that we know of, that people have brought together to bring you to it and take you all the way through it. We talk to and change the mindset. The mindsets have been brutally damaged for waiting on others to do it for us. So we have made a decision that we will not wait any longer to have prosperity over poverty. We need everyone all across the country to support this campaign. This is a national campaign, but Mississippi being the #1 poorest economic state, it had to start here. Ground zero. So we need the ones that are listening, the ones that are just not hearing about it. We have a blueprint that we're revealing the blueprint. And people, if we follow this blueprint, we could be out of poverty in 6 months or less.
Believe that.
I'm serious. In 6 months or less. All we have to do is a little. The POP movement again stands for prosperity over poverty. How do you get prosperity over poverty? We take the power of the people and connect it to the power of the penny. And we know that it will move hurting Americans from poverty over to prosperity. And the power of the penny means everybody do a little, give a little, share a little, help a little, and we'll have everything we need. And when I say a little, I mean a little. It's a lot of people that got a little. So we know that this is already successful. Am I right?
Yes.
So we again are standing on the steps of the Capitol building because our ancestors built this. And look at the mighty work that they done. They didn't have power tools. They didn't have internet. They didn't have none of the things that we have today. And you mean we can't change poverty? And they did it with nothing? And we all got something? So listen, let this be the last day for the ones that are hearing the sound of our voices. Let that be the last day that you do not connect with us or somebody to help to change your community. We go in impoverished communities, at risk and impoverished communities. Mississippians, the ones that are listening, I want to tell you today, it is over for your community. Your mayor can't do it, your alderman can't do it, your representatives can't do it, your senators can't do it. But together, we can do it because they got to have our support. And we are not a government-funded organization. The Creator said that you must get started on what you already possess so that our people can see that the handouts
is what has destroyed us. And so we are only looking for a hand up. Now we know it takes money to make money. So let's bring our pennies together. Let's bring our knowledge together. And let's change the world. Starting with Mississippi.
Yes.
And starting in the Delta, the 19 counties in the Delta. If those counties didn't exist, Mississippi would rank up in the 25th state. But because of poverty is so thick in the Delta, it brings the ratio down. Wow. But it doesn't matter. We are coming now to implement change. Fannie Lou, hey, I hear you, girl. Harriet Tubman, I hear you, girl. Yes. Rosa Parks, I refuse to not do anything anymore. I'm like Rosa. Today, we will implement change. Yes. I'm not going another day. I do the same as the next man, and I'm not going to go another day. They walk 362 days. Were their feet tired? Yes. But they was determined to get equal rights and to be treated fairly. After 362 days, they say you can ride anywhere you want to on the bus. This is what we have to be relentless in job creation and doing what we need to do to give our young people a future. Right now, they don't even have a present. You ain't got nothing. So how can they have something? So we have to pool our resources together. Everybody do a little. I want to make sure I stress that because the problem is so huge, I understand. And when you just look at it with the naked eye, it just say, oh, I can't do nothing. A little bit I got, it ain't going to work. But no, this blueprint is so well put together by the Creator. It wasn't me. Trust me, it wasn't me. But I was obedient because of my grandchildren. The Word of God said you must leave a heritage for your children's children. Yeah. And all I got was a mix-max pot set and a mix-max sheet set. Because that's all they had. But now we can have abundance. So through this campaign, we're soft launching it. We have not set the date for the official launch, but this is a soft launch. So we can get the people aware of where we are and what we have decided to do, that we will not wait any longer. And we're talking to all the believers. Acts 4:32. So when all the believers came together with one soul and one heart, and everybody understood that it was ours, and they sold their goods and provided to the needy. People, we even got to sell our goods. We've been so blessed. And if you live in America, you don't know what poor is. So we can, even the poor can help the poor in this campaign. Whether you're providing a service, whether you're putting out some flyers, whether you're on Facebook texting about something good versus what happened this weekend, we can all play an important part in making this happen. I am ready. Again, Martin Luther King said, that's one of my idols. Our lives begin to end the day we become silent about things that matter. It matters that our children have a future. It matters that we can live in prosperity and not have to walk out the door in poverty, go to school in poverty, because some of our school system is horrible. Inside of this campaign, we will be doing private schools. We will do everything that the abundant people possesses. We're going to possess it too. Because we can do it. We will not wait any longer. We have 5 slogans. Why we will not wait any longer? Prosperity over poverty. Hope, helping other people eternally. Vote. Voicing our thoughts economically everywhere. Because if you don't vote, you don't count. And if you don't make some noise, you don't count. That's why we're making noise today. And the last one is, it is finished. The last thing that Jesus said before he closed his eyes and gave up the ghost, he said, it is finished. Do you believe that it's finished? Based on the knowledge and the strength and the skills that we have as African Americans, we're going to let 2% of the world, they said 1, but I just refuse to say 1. 2% of the world tell us when to go to sleep, when to wake up, when to do this, when to do that. If 98% of us, if 10% of us people come together, we can bring change. So y'all, are you ready? Are you ready? At this time, we're going to let 5 balloons with a smiling face go up in the air representing the 5 years that we have been a free state and nobody said nothing about it. So at this time, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
We are once again, we are grateful to Representative Rufus Slaughter for making this day possible. This is Mississippi Freedom Day, when Mississippi ratified slavery in this state. We are grateful to the Fannie Lou Hamer Civil Rights Museum and the Mississippi Freedom Day Society, who is responsible for this day. Thank you.
All right.